welcome to the podcast. Good start, Brad.
Thanks.
We're here. This is 4-Player Podcast. We're here from PAX South 2015. This is the first PAX South. My name's Nick Henderson. Brad Simons is with us.
I don't want to turn my head because I got a camera on.
Brad has a GoPro on his head. For what reason, I'm not entirely sure. This is the new improved Brad cam.
Yes, it is.
Nolan,
Hey,
how are you doing,
everybody?
Nolan?
I'm doing great. PAX South is a thing.
Crispy.
Hey, how's it going?
And we are here. We have like 20 to 30 community members here or something.
Woo!
Yeah!
Not just community members, but community member classics. Classic community.
Pillars of this
if you will.
community.
We got Big Bads is here.
Yep, right there.
We got Yak Jack.
Yep.
Yeah, we got Lost King. Lost King's here. Hello. Oh my God.
We got Zocano.
We got Reborn Revolution.
Everyone's here.
Reborn's at every
Like,
one of
literally
these.
everyone in chat.
Even Carlos came.
Yeah. We didn't invite him, but he came.
Pocop is here.
Pocop is here. It's Pocop.
Everybody, the entirety of chat is here.
What happened to Gray Fox?
Right there.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Standing right
He put on a hat and he just completely vanished.
Well, you know what? There's a lot to talk about, so we need to get going.
We should.
Was that a joke? I don't know.
A little bit.
Okay,
but-
well, the only half serious. We're going to talk about some of the games we've been playing. We're here at PAX South. It's a little bit of a smaller PAX. This is the first year of a PAX, a new PAX, which is always...
Danger Locker.
A new PAX on the Earth.
There's a new PAX on the Earth. The first year is a little bit smaller. We're in San Antonio, Texas. There's a lot of indie stuff here. I will say...
Wait. There's all indie stuff. There's not a lot of indie stuff. This is an indie convention.
I don't know if you saw this on the exhibitor list. It actually said Microsoft Corporation. So I got like, woo!
Well, it literally meant Microsoft Corporation, like not Microsoft Games.
Yeah. So I looked over and there was like a tiny booth wedged in between two indie booths, and it said Microsoft Corporation at the top. I don't even remember what game they were showing.
They weren't showing
They're
games.
hiring
They're
people.
hiring people.
Oh,
Like-
well, that's probably why I don't remember.
If anyone
what they
has their
were
resume, drop by the Microsoft booth. Wait, I will say if you're watching here live and this is your first PAX you've been to, she goes to a lot. I will say they're usually way better than this. And next year if they do
Well,
it here,
don't say better. Just say that they
Bigger.
usually have
Bigger.
bigger than this.
In this scenario, bigger is usually better.
yes.
Yeah.
But because of the fact that it is smaller, there's a lot of indie stuff. We are playing a lot of stuff. Maybe I would have skipped over at a bigger PAX.
No, there's definitely
nice.
indie games that we've seen and played that normally we probably wouldn't have the time to.
Yeah.
Would have skipped. So yeah,
I became a Grey Warden at a PAX.
that's true.
Things are different now.
They smeared blood on they smeared blood on Brad's forehead. That happened. They
Yes.
gave him a shield and a sword and some kind of weird robe.
People seen the video.
That happened at PAX Prime. So if anyone out there has a chance to go to PAX Prime, I highly recommend it. But why don't we just talk about some of the stuff we have played, because there is some cool stuff here.
Well, we should probably start off with the non-indie stuff since that's few and far between.
All right.
So,
What is that?
So,
Well,
Nintendo's
Nintendo.
here.
Oh, Nintendo.
So and they have the new 3DS with playable Majora's Mask
The
demo.
new Nintendo 3DS
Yes,
XL.
correct. The new Nintendo 3DS. With its little nublet, like C-stick thing.
Nipple.
Nipple. It's a little, what's a...
Nubbin.
Yeah,
It's a nubbin.
Nubbin.
So this is where we talk about that because
We'll get it out of the way.
I think that little right nubbin stick thing is terrible. I think it's bad.
It's not
I think
bad.
it's better than having nothing.
So
But
what
that's
would you-
what we're judging.
what would
it
you
against.
prefer?
It is bad.
Would you prefer just
Like a
another analog
stick.
stick?
I heard it described as kind of like a little stick on like a video camera.
Wait, did you go play it?
It is not that. It is a
No,
little it's immovable piece of rubber
No,
that
it's
just
like
has
from a laptop. A laptop that has one of
like
the
a
mouse
ThinkPad.
in the middle, like that. Pardon?
Is that can't be true?
Yeah, it's called Clip Mouse.
A clip mouse.
Sure.
That's a terrible name.
It sounds like a band.
It's very appropriate.
Clip mouse.
It's also very rubbery and very tacky. It just
is.
doesn't feel good.
There's a joke in there somewhere.
Well,
I'm going to
it-
ask that someone refrain from making it.
For the amount of space that they had to put a stick in there, it would have been terrible if they put something in there that could have like broken really easily. Instead, it's just a little piece of
I don't know.
rubber.
It's weird. I played Zelda.
It works. It makes sense.
It
It's better
works.
than nothing.
Okay, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah, which is
Buy a new 3DS.
Well, no, so the other thing about the new 3DS
God.
is the enhanced 3D,
Which that is impressive.
So that's what I was saying yesterday. So they now, instead of just having the 3D with this multiple layers, they now have head tracking. They track your eyes while you're looking at the 3DS. So the 3D
That 3D
is much
effect
better.
don't break when you turn. I mean, well, if you
So I will say the 3D is much better, and you can at a bigger angle see it. The issue is it's tracking your eyes and your head. So when your eyes and your head move to somewhere that it doesn't quite understand, the 3D literally
like if
freaks
someone
out.
goes,
It
"Hey
freaks out.
Nolan," and Nolan goes,
And then when you look back, the 3D freaks out because it tries to catch up to your eyes and your face, and for half a second, it looks horrible.
What's going to happen if I'm playing in bed?
It's
And
gonna look
the-
horrible.
The lights are off. I just can't have 3D
Well,
on.
there's 3D coming. There's light
Yeah,
coming
there's
off.
light
of your
coming off the
3DS.
screen, yeah.
But
I can
I would
see.
probably say just turn the 3D.
I don't know.
off.
I was trying to juke it earlier today. Like I kept moving my head around
It's
all
good.
day,
It's
and
good.
it kept
When
right
it's-
up with me.
When it's working, it's impressive. It's for the first time ever. I feel like I'm really looking into a world. You know, it really feels like it's inside the 3DS, which
Yeah.
is weird.
No, so but you played the Majora's Mask demo?
Yeah.
Which one did you play?
I fought a boss. The thing is, I've never fought this boss
What
before.
was the boss?
He had,
the only
he had a
boss
big
in
sword.
the
game.
It's
It's
the
the jungle-
big sword and a big
the
shield.
"It's the Jungle Warrior
Oh, the
boss."
Jungle
the Jungle
I had no
Warrior,
idea how to beat him because
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
familiar with.
Brad
all
doesn't know
of
how to
Majora's.
play video games.
Did you have like the masks available or?
No,
I
they
had
give
the
you
Deku
Deku.
scrub.
Oh, okay,
max,
that's it.
And I could fly up in the air, but I didn't know what to do. He shot bubbles or something.
Yeah, that's his attack. So I played the clock tower, like the clock town.
Clock Town.
Clock down,
I've been to
and so I got to run around. But the thing is, I got to use all three of the main masks. I could transform into a Goron, into the Zora, and to the Deku. So I got to actually experience being those different
I got
masks.
all those masks.
Yeah, well,
When I played the game,
you don't think it doesn't take you too long to get them in the game.
Oh.
But I will say that Majora's Mask on the 3DS definitely looks like a really good game.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm actually super excited.
I like the interface on the bottom. I know the new time mechanics much nicer, how it displays the time.
Do you know why I'm not super excited?
Why?
Does anybody
Oh.
else pre-order
I know why
their
you're not
3DS
excited.
at Best Buy? Was anybody else fucked last night?
Yeah.
Canceled.
Canceled?
Oh, did they cancel you?
They canceled,
canceled
Nick's
me.
pre-order.
They were just like.
But I thought I heard they were only canceling pre-orders if you pre-ordered more than one.
No. They canceled mine. I
They
only
started
pre-ordered
with
one.
those?
And I pre-ordered mine within 10 minutes of them saying that they were available at Best Buy.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. They're like Henderson. Nope.
Oh, speaking of Nick being white, I played this game called Social Justice Warrior.
What was that? I saw the banner.
It's like it's I don't know.
What?
It looked like
It's
it
a
looked like
game
a
where you're
text
sitting
like
at a computer
conversation.
having a conversation with somebody on the other end, and you're
Literary turn-based battle system.
yes. It's like a turn-based battle
Literary.
system, and you have a reputation meter and a sanity meter, and all your decisions are like, open up this kind of argument with him, and then he responds a certain way, and like this type of comment will lower his reputation, but there's a chance that he might. It's literally two dorks sitting at desks typing into a computer. The thing is, and I think this is the point, it's like an endless game. You kill one troll,
What?
and another troll just comes in, and you're arguing with him. But
What are these
That
arguments about?
that does sound like chat.
you actually pick a character class, and I was a wizard, social justice
a
warrior,
social justice wizard.
social justice wizard. But I was casting spells, but they were just like arguments.
Casting
like,
an argument spell?
Yeah.
Like I cast the race card.
Well, no, he would literally say, he would literally like the troll would say, well, and I get just as many opportunities as these minorities. Like that would be an attack, and you got to choose a response, and it could affect your sanity
What was
or
your response?
reputation.
No.
Well, I mean that's the kind of it's weird, but yeah. So
That sounds cool though.
it was frustrating,
It sounds
but I think that's
touchy.
the point.
Hey, I'm sure that is the point. It's the argument with trolls and the.
It's a troll simulator. For those of you who've
It
never
was
experienced,
exhausting. It was surprisingly exhausting.
for those of you who have never experienced what it's like to be trolled, it's going to be perfect.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyways, let's move on down the list. I kind of want to talk about Capsule Force.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's a
Capsule
game.
Force is cool. Everybody play Capsule Force.
I'm not seeing nearly enough hands. There's not that many things to play here, people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there
Capsule
is.
How
Force
did you
is-
walk by it?
Capsule Force is really cool.
Capsule Force.
I acknowledge Nadia
Is
that you
the-
played.
The, That game.
Never mind.
Anyway, moving on. Capsule Force, similar to Nidhogg.
It's like Nidhogg and Towerfall.
Towerfall, yeah.
Yeah.
Nidhogg meets Towerfall. Two teams, 2 people each, trying to get opposite sides of the
It's a clusterfuck
playing
on a
field.
screen.
No, dude.
But the only way you can move is by riding a platform. And if you get knocked off the platform stops moving. So that's the main concept, is each person tries to get on a platform and move over as fast as you can while you're being shot at. And while you're trying
So it's literally a tug of war, and the goal is to get. I'm not sure how many screens there were, but
It's like 3.
You basically have to go either one team is trying to go left, the other team is trying to go right, and you're trying to get like 3 or 4 screens in either direction to reach a gem or an orb or
capsule.
whatever.
I think
Capsule.
A
Oh, it's
capsule.
a capsule.
Yep, it's a capsule.
Suddenly, it all makes sense.
But I will say the art style is really. It's like an '80s kind of like anime.
Yeah.
And
it reminds me of like Fantasy Star.
Yeah, like everything that's going on the screen, even while a clusterfuck is still enjoyable. Like anytime you get on a platform, depending on the color of your team, so you're on the blue team, you get on that platform, that entire like section of the screen becomes a blue line, like essentially letting the other team know that it's moving in that direction, and just it's a really cool effect. And then if 2 players from the same team are on the same platform, it will move twice as fast. So the goal is to really just get on the platform and try and get there as fast as you can.
Which is cool. I mean, it has this really cool like special attack effect when you're on a platform, and it's all like lit up pink or blue, and you can't shoot. I don't know how to describe it. It looks cool. It actually, you know, the effect in Samurai Gun when you kill someone and it does like a big vertical stripe across the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. It creates like a whatever.
Well,
Yeah,
just
that's-
when,
I mean,
just like
let's
as
move
the
on to the next
platform's
thing.
moving.
Correct.
It's like
And that's the prime concept of the game. I don't know if they're going to plan on having other modes
It's
or anything.
it's
There's a bunch of
drawing a lot
different
of
levels, and all the levels they'll have like pitfalls. They'll have like
Yeah.
lasers on the bottom. If you touch the
yeah,
laser,
like
you
the
die.
last screen has like defenses
Yeah,
against.
like
the,
one of them has like think of Super Mario Brothers when you fight Bowser and they're spinning like flame like lines. They have those on some of the levels.
wow.
They'll have
Yeah.
like dead zones where you can't fire your gun.
Yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff. I don't know if they're going to have any other modes, but I, mean,
I say we move on because there are
yeah,
way
too much more.
There's way more couch co-op games.
Like
Did any
why
Like
is that so
competitive indie games.
competitive indie co-op?
I mean, so
couch co-op
that's
games.
definitely
That's everything here.
Well, like because couch co-op kind of disappeared for a while, and I think people are trying to bring it back, especially indie developers, because obviously indie developers are more in tune with like the community and what's going
well,
on.
they're
I don't want to be rude,
Okay.
but I feel like
This is gonna be
then
rude.
shut up.
I feel like they're easier to make because you don't
Easier
have
than
to.
online.
Well, you don't have to do like a whole campaign with the story and like
You don't have to
skill
make
trees and
missions, you
stuff.
don't have to write a
You just
story.
have to put in the system
you
and
just
say,
have
"Hey,
to
have fun."
You just have to find the right hook.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like Brawlhalla is very similar to Smash. It's very similar. Essentially, you fight each other. The more hits you take, the easier it is to knock you away, and you just
That-
gotta fall off the stage.
I feel like Brawlhalla is really fun, but like the appeal of that game is almost entirely like those characters are really cool.
Oh, the character
Yeah.
designs are
The
amazing.
characters are cool. The costumes are really cool, and you have that same like really satisfying feel when you like hit a dude and they go, flying off the fucking
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah.
And you can pick up weapons and change your
You can
attacks.
pick up weapons. You can throw weapons. There's also some gadgets in the game. But yeah, like you were saying, the coolest concept around this game is the different art styles. There's just each character has like 5 or 6 different skins they can wear, and each character has their own kind of like skill set, their own moves.
You were playing this in the feed last night.
Yeah, we played on the feed.
Yeah.
The only problem with that is the version that because every person who plays it here at PAX gets 4 Steam codes for the game to share with their friends so they can play it.
No, that's marketing.
Yeah, it is. And the problem is the current version that's on Steam doesn't have any of those costumes.
Oh.
So that's
There was
almost-
a lot of costumes
there's a
here to
lot.
play
Yeah.
with. I was playing as a chick that looked like the chick from Kill
Kill
Bill.
Bill, yeah, the Hattori. Her name's
How do
Hattori.
people remember this? I don't know.
Because Hattori Hanzo, like from Kill Bill, like it doesn't matter. Don't
Kill
worry
Bill's a
about it.
classic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, she
My
looked
bad.
like Bruce Lee from Enter the Dragon.
No, she was it was a combination of Bruce Lee and like Kill Bill. It was Kill Bill just because she had the sword
Yeah.
and like the hair and all that
and it was
stuff.
she.
Okay,
What's up?
let's move on.
Okay.
I played a game.
Are we sticking on couch co-op or moving on to something else?
Just something else.
one more couch co-op game.
Fine.
Since we can finish that off.
Well, there's 2 more.
There's 2 more
There's 5 more couch co-op games,
that are good.
Yeah.
probably.
Oh, well, okay. Well, then what's another couch co-op game that's good?
Here's a really quick one.
I didn't play
Okay,
any
what's
of
Did
them.
Quick one,
anybody
quick one.
play Just Shapes and Beats?
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah,
that was fun.
That game is insane.
It kind of reminds you of like
dodging
a
Like it's a music and rhythm game where you literally just dodge the stuff.
It's like a
music and
bullet
rhythm
hell
slash
sort of
bullet
thing.
hell.
Yeah.
It would be the best way
but
to
you can't
describe
shoot
it.
bullets. You're just dodging.
well,
No,
no,
you're
no, but you're
dodging
not.
bullets,
Yeah.
It's hell on a screen, but it's a lot of fun. The thing is, like, he was like, just feel the music, and I was feeling the music, and I was still getting my ass kicked.
Yeah. Well, it's a matter of there's so the two things you can do in this game are move on the screen and do a dash move. That while you were dashing, you were invincible.
It's a very small dash.
Well,
though.
yeah, it's a
Wow.
quick dash, but you are invincible, and so the thing is, you can if you're about to be hit by a laser or something coming in, you can dash out of the way, and that's the concept.
You can
are-
dash into something else.
Yeah, exactly. that does happen. But you are playing with 4 other people, and so if someone goes down, you can rescue them and they can keep going. So the whole goal is just keep as many people alive until you get to the end of the
The
song.
cool thing though is the soundtrack, while not original, is really well chosen,
Oh, definitely.
and like the music is just really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really driving.
Another couch co-op game that I played that Crispy and I don't necessarily see eye to eye on. I think
Uh-oh.
What? Which one?
Uh-oh.
Night Squad.
Oh well, no. I haven't played Night Squad this time. We played it at PAX.
Yeah, we played it at
Who here
PAX
played
East.
Night Squad?
PAX East last year we
Anybody?
played Night Squad.
Night Squad
Night Squad.
sucks.
Yeah, we played PAX. We played it at PAX
Night
East
Squad sucks.
last year.
I love Night Squad.
Team Night Squad sucks.
Oh,
Team Night Squad sucks.
you're the worst.
It just
I'm on-
wasn't
I'm on-
fun. But we were playing like some kind of weird like night soccer mode.
Oh,
So we were like
yeah.
kicking around soccer balls or something.
So-
but it's all like I just don't like that it's all like
Top down?
Top down. I just don't care for that.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
So I mean, it's a fun game.
It's literally 8 players trying to scramble to get to the middle of the map.
Well,
that
so
has-
there's different modes. There's a capture the flag mode, which is
the primary mode,
No,
isn't
well,
it?
there's also what he was saying, like a soccer mode.
Yeah,
But
but-
it's think Battle Block Theater in that there's a one thing, but there's also a bunch of different other mini games.
Yeah.
They have
Yeah.
more than just that.
Yeah.
I saw them showing off the soccer game once today.
No,
But
we,
for the-
we played this. I played this.
But most
when I
of
was
the
up there.
day they were showing off the capture the flag.
No, I think that's the primary mode. And while it is fun,
But
it
it's
can
fun.
be a little clusterfucky.
Yeah, it's just a mad dash to the middle to get the
I think
chalice and
when
get
I
back to your...
played, I was in first place.
Of course you were in first place, Nolan.
Yeah, it happened.
Speaking of
you.
first place, my first place game for number 1 ripoff is Ronin. Okay, so this game Ronin
my God.
is really, really fun. It's really cool
Why is it really cool?
because it's like Gunpoint, and Gunpoint was cool.
Yep.
And it's also
Okay,
kinda
so
like
what were
Mark of
we
the
saying?
Ninja.
It was
Mark of
like
the Ninja is
yeah,
cool.
It's Mark of the
Gunpoint.
Mark of the Gunpoint.
but it's all turn based.
Well, hold on,
Yeah.
hold on. So Gunpoint is not just this really cool, pretty novel idea, made by this one dude who used to be like a video game journalist, and he went into like game design, and he used like Game Maker or some shit to do this all himself, and it comes out and it's this success because it's like super fucking cool. This game is completely ripping off that game.
Yep.
Dude,
And it
like,
is
the art
not
style,
bad. It is cool.
The art style
It
is
is
like
great.
exactly.
It's
the same.
exactly-
When we were looking at, it, we're like, oh my god, they have Gunpoint over there. Wait a minute.
It is not. This is not art style. It's not mechanics. Even like what you do, like breaking through glass, the glass shatters
Yeah.
the same
No, I
way.
thought
Yeah,
that was
you
cool.
set
That's
you
not
set the
original?
arc.
No.
Yeah, no. You set the arc of the jump, and he like jumps through a window and like lands
Yeah,
on a guy,
like,
and then
yeah.
the only way it's different is then he pulls out a sword and stabs the
Which
guy.
is cool.
Like,
Yeah.
Which
Well, as I
was
say,
great.
it's Mark of the Ninja. You're hiding in shadows from your like enemies and stuff like that. And like you say, there's a few things that are different, but overall, I would say it's 90% Gunpoint.
Which is, it's so sad because you want to be excited about this game. So the one difference between this and Gunpoint is once you get spotted, it becomes turn-based.
Yeah.
So like you'll fly through some glass and jump on another dude, but there might be another dude at the end of the room, and it freezes, and then you see his like red laser sight aiming at you. And and it's paused, and you can like jump on the ceiling and kind of grab on it. And as you're jumping in the air, his gunshot will kind of go
Where you were.
where you were before.
Yeah.
But now it freezes again, and he readjusts his red laser sight. And now it's pointing at where you are now. So you're kind of like
dodging down the whole
dodging
thing.
in this turn-based manner, but you're kind of jumping around, jumping on dudes, throwing your sword.
So I have a question.
It's really cool.
At the end of this encounter, does it play it all back in real time?
no,
No, but the
That
thing
would
is-
be so cool.
But
That
I
would
think
be
the
cool.
idea is that
You
you
can
get
see
good
it.
enough
Yeah.
at it that you start to do that very quickly because literally all you're doing is adjusting the arch of your movements or
Uh-huh.
the direction you're moving. So like if you get to the point where you can kind of like do that really fast.
Yeah,
it'll-
I'm just saying that like
it'll
you,
look really
you have this
cool.
turn-based encounter, you kill the guy. It would be cool if they replayed it because you're almost like Ninja-esque. If it showed you kind of just dodging these bullets flying at you and doing this stuff.
But I
Yeah,
watched
cool,
5
replay.
people play the demo in a row. Most of them were people in the community here, and there's So Connor knows what I'm talking about. There's a fucking like samurai ninja dude with like a metal piece of armor. No one could kill him.
Well, that's
Nobody
cool.
could kill him.
He
You finished the demo.
But did you kill him?
Finished the demo.
Oh, I didn't play the
But
demo.
did you-
finish it?
Oh.
You do the stuff, and you kill the dude.
Do the stuff, kill the dude.
Speaking
get out.
of doing
man.
the stuff, it's like going into buildings that look exactly like Gunpoint buildings, going to computer terminals just like you do in Gunpoint, which doesn't even make sense in this game because you're like a cool ninja dude, but whatever.
There's also no computers.
This is such a shameless ripoff. I feel like this person should feel bad. He should feel bad about.
I mean, you
what
kind of
he
want to
did.
ask him too.
Yeah.
Be
You
like,
wanna
so,
ask him,
Hey,
like,
have you heard
did
of
you
Gunpoint?
guys? Yeah.
Have you ever heard of that game?
It like at first I thought, well, maybe this is the
There was
sequel.
nobody at the
There's
booth.
like it's just like the huge elephant in the room of just like
It's a gigantic
Well,
element.
yeah, this was at the Devolver booth. Devolver
Yeah.
Digital, but it didn't seem like there were any like programmers or there or devs. It seemed like they were all just kind of PR people.
I thought it might be the same dude, but I remember he's doing another game, right?
I think so.
What if this is the same dude and we all feel like
Well, if it's the
Just
same
like-
dude,
That's
he's,
like,
he's
wait,
doing a
he's
great
just-
job.
yeah.
Wait, who published Gunpoint?
I don't know. It was
well, I mean,
self-published.
Was it
publishing's one
Devolver?
thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. This
I
is
don't think so.
Oh crap.
now I'm starting to hope it's the same dude.
Yeah.
But even if it was, that would be so weird.
Well, in the meantime,
'Cause
while we're
it's still,
figuring
like,
that out, let's move on to the next
Let's move.
one.
Do we want to stick on Devolver? Let's stick to like some sort of.
How
Wait,
about,
what
how
a-
about magnetic?
Magnetic.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, that game's cool.
Yeah.
That
So
was really
magnetic portal with magnets.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
You have instead of a portal gun, you have a magnet gun that you can push or pull like objects, like a companion cube-esque object.
It's a block.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
you can also
A metal block.
instead of in portal. The thing you would do is set a portal on the floor and then set it on the wall and jump out and like kind of get your momentum. You can't do that because magnets don't really have momentum. But one thing you can do is you can jump and shoot the magnet at the ground at a piece of metal and it will
propel
shoot you, propel you up into the air. And so that's the way of getting around the environment. And one of the other things that's cool is because some things are heavier than you. When you pull on that heavier thing, you get sucked towards it.
Yeah.
So if you need to get across the room, you can run, jump, and pull on something heavy object across the room and get pulled and flung across the room. And it's a really cool like concept, kind of similar to Portal.
It's cool.
but
Like there was one puzzle room
Puzzle
that was
element.
particularly
The big cube
challenging. Well, no,
Yeah.
yeah, there
The
was
one with the flooring
the-
gas
the-
on the
where
floor.
that one the floor was like made of like
Lava?
was covered in gas, and
Oh.
you
Yeah.
go in the gas, you die.
Oh, yeah.
But like we spent like 5 or 6 minutes trying to get like navigate that and get around, and it was cool. And then we got to the very end, and the developer was like, "Can I show you something?" And we're
Yeah.
like, "Sure." And then he kind of like went back to the beginning and reset the level, and then like he did it in like
Well, because
6
like
seconds.
there were all these switches you had to hit to like lower these Tesla coils so you could get to the exit, and then he just like went in. He's like, my record is like 6.4 seconds, and he jumped off the edge, fired his gun, and like slingshotted his way around the whole room, and then just like exited
Which that's
right
cool.
there.
So, yeah, that's
but that was one of the cool things about Portal was they had rooms like that where if you knew exactly what you were doing, you could skip the whole puzzle if you knew exactly like what you were doing.
I talked to one of the guys, and that's who was telling me about the game. There are rooms where you need 3 blocks to get through,
Yeah.
or if you
Or you could
if
say,
you're more
"Fuck it."
advanced, yeah. I know.
If
I was
you're
asking
really,
him,
like-
I was asking him, is this something that you just acquire as like Swapper? You have all the mechanics you have at the
Oh,
beginning,
yeah.
at the end, but you just learn how to use them better.
Yeah.
And I was asking him if that was. He was like, yeah. It's just, as soon as once you learn these mechanics better and know how to use them and interact with the environment,
I
you
will
become
say
better at the game.
that's almost true, but it's not entirely true because
Okay.
the only thing that you don't have at the very beginning is you have the ability to adjust the strength of the
Yeah.
magnet. And for
Really?
the first few levels, yeah, with the mouse
Yeah.
on that mouse
you,
at least,
you
if
can't do like the
with the
flying
spin
stuff
wheel.
until you get.
Well, I had no
With the
idea.
spin wheel,
Yeah.
there's a light on the magnet guns 1, 2, and 3.
Oh.
So if you spin the wheel, it goes up to 3, but you can't unlock 3 until you
Okay.
hit a certain
All
puzzle.
right. I'm gonna say this though. Like this game looks kind of butt, and it definitely doesn't have the production
Well, like,
values of like a
visually.
Portal game. This is more in the Cube camp. Remember
Well,
that game Cube?
Well, this
That
is
came
like
out shortly after
this is kind of
Portal.
a smaller like indie game too. Like
Yeah.
he said like
but
the whole
it's-
thing's gonna average at about like 6 hours.
So
you
I
know?
didn't have headphones, but like, were you listening? Like, they're definitely aping Portal. Like, you have this voice that's telling you to
It's
do
not,
things.
but it's
and
not like humorous like Portal
It
is.
is
It's
but-
more
but
like
it's
kind
that
of.
it's that ominous kind of.
It's asking you to-
No,
I
but like the other like kind of hook they have is like at the end of these like test tracks, they'll make you make these like really just kind of like obtuse choices, and those like affect the ending of the game, and there's supposed to be like different endings that you can get.
It's no Talos principle.
Wow.
Talos Principle
It's certainly
wasn't a
not
booth,
that.
though.
Yeah.
Quick update. Tom Francis is the developer of Gunpoint. He actually wrote a blog post on his blog about Ronin.
Oh,
Saying, and I quote,
got drama.
it's clearly not a Gunpoint ripoff because the core mechanics are so different.
So much-
A lot of what it does is copy is superficial, and that stuff doesn't matter. And he goes on and says other stuff. But
Yes.
apparently
But the
So-
mechanics
shit.
are
But
But
different.
so no,
enough,
it was
right?
someone else that did like rip off his game.
So he's just like, it's cool.
yeah,
He's
but he's saying he's cool.
trying to be a nice guy.
But he's
but-
addressing it.
But like, I think this game
So
has the
he
potential to
definitely
be
had, like-
successful, and that's a shame.
He
Yeah.
definitely had that like one night where he's like, what the fuck is
Yeah.
this? Like,
All right, let's move on because we.
Yeah,
this is-
let's move on.
Titan Souls. Did anybody play Titan Souls?
I got my ass kicked like 5 or 6 times in that game.
Zocano beat it, I'm sure, right? Oh my god.
Well, Zakato's the king of video games. We all know this.
I don't know. I saw him playing Metal Gear Rising one time, and he was like crying. Okay.
Well, hold on. We skipped another Devolver game I wanted to hit on.
Wait, Titan Souls is
It's in Devolver.
Oh, well, I didn't
yeah,
know
we're
that.
still in
I didn't
the
play
We're
it.
still in the
So it's like this. It's like an isometric. It's like an isometric like Zelda type game.
Okay.
Like you're really tiny on the screen, and all you do is fight bosses, Shadow of the Colossus style. But all you have is one arrow, and when you shoot the arrow, you got to pick it up or like suck it back in. You can.
What?
It's like the magnetic arrow. I don't know. You
Okay.
can make it come back to you.
Sure.
And these bosses,
boy.
and you just fight bosses, and they're all one hit kills. And it's not like
Wait,
some slow,
really?
lumbering dumb boss. They're like crazy bosses, and they're hard to survive.
I just had to hit it
against.
once.
No, no,
Well, yeah, technically, if you get the weak point.
Son
So
of a
like Shadow of the
bitch.
Colossus.
no,
is
no.
a weak
They're
point
one
to
hit kills against you,
Oh, well, but yeah, I knew that because I died like a lot.
Yeah.
and they're complex. And it's like you die and you have to start all over. It's like Dark Souls meets Shadow of the Colossus. It's
Was
weird.
this boss that big like cube with like the things
has-
floating
They had a
around
bunch of different
it or whatever?
bosses.
Oh.
I couldn't even. I died very quickly on all of them.
Yeah,
Okay.
it looked really frustrating.
So the one that's a
What's it called
cube
again?
that flips over and shoots a laser, you just have to shoot it in its eye and it's dead.
One time in the eye, that's it.
But oh my, I was dying so many times. That game's cool. That game is
What is
cool.
it
Keep an
called?
eye out.
Titan
Titan
Souls.
Souls. Titan
Titan
Souls.
Souls.
Music is really
music
good.
is really good, and the just the
art style
It's kind
good?
of the art style is like really reminiscent of a lot of games that have kind of come out in this same genre recently, but it still looks
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Cool.
Yeah.
Knocked is another Devolver.
I have
game.
no
play it,
idea
didn't
what that
play it.
game was.
Okay. Yeah, it was another like top-down shooter, but the whole.
Well, it's a survival horror kind of
Oh,
shooter.
yeah.
That's what they called it. So it's essentially
It's survival horror as told through the.
like a night
It's-
vision.
yeah, it's like
or
a
not-
night vision camera.
It's like that one
that.
level in Call of Duty.
Yeah, it looks like it looks like a camera on a gunship, like looking down,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. I
I
infrared.
wanted to play that one.
No, so yeah, so you wander around this world, you pick up ammo and guns, and the thing is, which Nick had an issue with, the gun you pick up never has bullets in it. You always have to manually load it.
I'd pick up a gun and I'd be like, "Come
And
on!"
it's just
And
running
so
away.
And nothing would happen.
You turn around a corner, and all of a sudden there's a giant spider, and your guy just
A
starts.
spider?
Yeah, yeah.
I thought this was.
No, it's all
yeah.
like giant spiders and
It's like
lizards
it's like
and like.
Cthulhu-esque like creatures.
It's like horrible
And like your
monsters.
character just starts saying nope, 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 nope. And you like run away.
Which is
from
funny
it.
because
That's a
I
meme.
was saying nope,
yeah.
nope, nope,
Yeah,
nope,
no,
nope.
yeah, it is. And so you can run into houses and hide from them and stuff. But the goal is like to kill
They'll,
them.
they'll come in.
No, yeah. If
Like,
it's a creature that can fit in the house, it will go in.
like that's the worst part too. You go inside a building and it just like blacks everything out.
It's
so
line of sight.
so you can't
view.
see anything, and then all of a sudden there's giant lizards coming down the hallway and like running into the room after you, and you just die instantly.
Yeah, you one hit kill on you.
It feels a little. I don't know if it's because they're going for that whole like survival horror thing, but,
but
it feels
it's also
sluggish.
an online multiplayer survival horror.
Oh,
This is
it?
going to be
I
online.
I didn't
yes.
get that.
You join other people's servers and you kind of try and survive like this. But like he's talking about doing all this stuff in it, like building houses and all this stuff. But none of that was in what we played today. or
Yeah.
yesterday.
I think it looks
It was
kind of
really
interesting,
early.
but like I feel like that art style is gonna get old real quick.
Yeah, because it's all black and white. Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Not that I have
still-
anything against black and white.
Hey,
But
Mad
you
World
can-
was cool.
You can apparently invert it too.
Oh.
Like you can.
There's also a
invert
joke
the-
in there
Yeah, I know.
to be made.
Yeah. All right.
not do
Let's
that.
move on quickly.
Wait.
What?
What?
Where? What?
Retro Blaze. Retro Blazer.
Retro Blazer.
How about let's
I didn't play that.
It's a colorful, vibrant Doom.
Okay, is
That's
this
the best way to describe it.
wait,
is
what?
this like procedure? Is it like a roguelike randomly generated? It definitely didn't look as complex as a Doom game.
So,
Was this the furry game?
no.
yeah, no, it is.
What? Furry?
Yeah, the characters are furries.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa, what?
Hey, don't knock it because Dustin Elysium Tale was
Yeah,
right.
no, definitely. That's definitely. I guess I never
Retro
saw the
Blazer
character.
has furries in it?
Yeah,
You didn't even notice.
It's a first
It's first person, so you
game,
don't really
but
see it. Well, anyway,
on the poster,
it's very similar to Doom. You run around these corridors and stuff. So I will say I watched multiple people play it, and it was always the same. so I would assume it's not procedurally generated.
Oh my God, they are furries.
Let me see this furry.
I had no
furry.
idea.
Told you.
That's
They're like
a furry.
foxes.
Yeah, it's like fox people.
Oh my Lord.
It seems strange because it's completely first
Because
person.
it's first person, but the enemies you're fighting aren't furries.
It's
they
a
were just
pink
like dudes.
Doom with furries.
Okay, well there you go. It's
And you know what? It's pretty cool.
I don't.
Although the guns you're shooting are bubbles. Like, that's weird.
My only issue with it was it's so vibrant and colorful. I had trouble telling what was what, like what I was supposed to be shooting, and like what was a door sometimes.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. Moving on. Klaus.
Oh,
I
Klaus
saw
is
it,
cool.
I didn't play it.
So
Klaus
it's a
is
very rough early demo of what
Katie
it was.
loves Klaus.
Katie loves Klaus.
I didn't
But it's more of a story-driven, side-scrolling puzzle game.
Hello, I'm Klaus.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's a guy that wakes up and all he knows is his name is Klaus, and he starts running through this facility trying to get through. He meets like a big, like dumb-looking guy, like a Brad-looking guy, and he
does look a little like Brad.
The Brad guys like punch through walls
Brad
and
punch.
stuff and
I
throw.
thought that was Klaus.
And throw the little guy's Klaus and throw Klaus. And you're solving these puzzles. It's weird. There's weird interactivity with the touchpad on the PS4. They're also developing this for Vita.
I'll tell you right now, I'm
Vita
playing
might
it
be-
on Vita.
I think it might be the primary console they're going for because you have to move the touchpad over to something you want to interact with and then use the right stick to interact with it. It's a little weird.
So on the Vita,
But,
you just
at
tap it.
the end of this little demo, like after you die hundreds of times, or not hundreds, well Nick died hundreds.
I did not die hundreds of times.
You find out that Klaus.
For the
was
record,
just-
Noah wasn't even watching me play.
I watched you play. I was giving you tips.
You were bad. I don't know.
Do you not remember when I was like, look, read what it says, Nick? Read.
Oh yeah, he did do that.
Yeah. So at the end of the demo, it turns out Klaus was a clone the whole time.
Oh come on.
Yeah, well, they say
Come
they say it
on.
in like the 5-minute demo. So
I think
I'm
everybody
guessing-
that played the demo was like, "Whoop, spoiler alert."
Yeah, I know, right? Like for the game. But I don't think
There's
that's
got to be more to
I don't
it
think
than
that's
that.
supposed to be the spoiler.
Later,
I think,
later
yeah.
out, you find out that he's not a clone.
Well, I don't know, but that's pretty much all there was with that. I don't know.
Oh, we played that really bad card game.
Wait,
What was
which
it called?
Which one?
Super fights.
Super Fighters.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
Everybody
Super
played that?
Fight.
Super Fight. It's supposed to be kind of
It's terrible,
Cards
right?
Against Humanity esque, in the sense that well, it looks like it's black and white, but each person, there's two people, a group of people playing. Two people each grab 3 white cards and 3 black cards. The white cards are like people or like things,
Characters.
like a leprechaun
Characters.
or Abraham Lincoln or Michael Jackson, and
existing characters.
Yes.
Or Cheetah.
Yeah, or cheetah. And the black cards are kind of like actions or attributes. I think they called them attribute cards. So like one of them was like has lightning. So like the thing was I drew Michael Jackson and like shoots lightning. And so Brad drew like cheetah and explodes if it stops moving. And so these two characters have to fight.
A speed cheetah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
These two
that'd be
characters have
cool.
to fight.
Speed
And then someone else judges who wins.
Yeah, you make an argument for why your character would win in a fight.
It's
But-
the classic comic book nerd argument of who would win.
Hey, you know what? That sounds really dumb.
long
It
before
sounds
the-
good. But it's not.
It's like who would win in a fight, Goku or Dante from Devil May Cry? It's just like a message board argument.
That's so
Yeah.
stupid. Because
But we all know the answer to that question.
Oh yeah, we
Dante.
do. Dante. Yeah, Dante, of course. Not. But anyway, the
that
attribute
hurt
cards are all
Nolan.
really silly and like I didn't enjoy a single card I found in that game.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I
that would've been-
feel like I'm being mean, but then the cards look
Let's-
so
let's-
much like Cards Against Humanity that I don't
Yeah.
feel as bad.
Let's move on to something that's not bad. Serenity Forge is a newer developer. They had 3 games here. I played 2 of them. One of them is Pixel Galaxy. It's the game starts off your white pixel, single pixel.
it's a bullet hell.
It's a bullet hell, yes.
Yeah.
Enemies start moving towards you. One hit will kill you. If you touch
by their bullets.
a bullet, yes, a touch by a single bullet kills you. But if you touch the enemy's, like I guess ship, call it a ship, that enemy is assimilated to you. Now they become friendly and they will fire against the other ships.
Well, you're constructing a single ship.
Correct.
Yeah, it's just a clump of pixels.
Yeah, but it becomes a
Like,
clump of squares, and all protecting the middle one. So you can actually rotate the object to try and like essentially protect yourself while trying to attack enemies.
I've
at the
actually
same
seen
time.
several games. I feel like with that same mechanic. I remember there was like a shoot 'em up on the Wii where you shoot ships and then they start falling from the sky, and if you attach onto yours, they start shooting in whatever direction. It was like the same thing as this premise. And I've seen other games like that as well, so it seemed cool.
You said there was 2 games you played?
That one was all right.
Yes,
the other one,
the other game is King's Bird.
the Kingsburg.
The King's Bird.
The King's
Is that how we're going to say it
It's
from now
it's
on?
like
Yes.
it's like a precision platformer. The guy was making a lot of references to Dust Force.
Well, Dust
when he was
Force, and
talking
because
about it.
the guy who designed the game really enjoyed Dust Force, and so he wanted to make, I think he said a faster paced Dust Force.
Yeah, this was like his answer to Dust Force.
Yeah,
basically.
with elements of like Journey. It's going to be a very like kind of like story, not story driven, but kind of like that kind
Heroes
of
and
stylistic
Yeah,
sort of game. Like
stylistic
everything
choice.
is in like silhouette
Yeah.
against the
So
background.
the concept is there's a king and he has like a lady and she escapes. I guess she's his bird, like he's captured her or something like
Yeah.
that. And so she's escaping. And you collect these birds as you go, and once you have enough, the birds can actually like make you fly. Like you
Yeah.
fly and like interact with the world. So it's a very like whimsical type of game. But
It's
it
cool.
Was, it was
It
interesting.
seems early, and we got to see
It was
more.
really neat, but it was really easy to make it feel like you were good at it.
Yeah.
Like-
Who else? Let's start. Any other standouts? We're running
Lightfall.
out of time. Lightfall.
Lightfall. So yes, super fast Limbo.
So I'm noticing a lot
puzzly
of
limbo,
developers
yeah.
themselves, when asking about games that this PAX, have been like, "This is my version of Blank." Or,
Yeah, they'll
Yeah,
definitely
this is
straight
Blank
up
meets
say,
Blank meets Blank.
like I really like
Heavily
this game, so I made
inspired by,
this.
yeah.
But Limbo, Lightfall looks like it's black and white. Your character's like a silhouette. Character's a silhouette. You run
with eyes.
yeah, with eyes.
the
you
sky
run,
is purple though.
Okay, and there's also pink crystals that you can't touch because if for some reason if you touch them, you die.
Don't touch them.
So it's super fast paced. The best thing about it is think of like Meat Boy or M Plus, where as soon as you die, you reload, which is nice. You don't have to.
But
It's not as
It's
instantaneous
not.
as that.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's not as instantaneous. It's like a second.
That wouldn't be as big a deal if they weren't like huge dicks about the game
this,
design.
This is the issue Crispy has. And
I
see
didn't
where
like this,
So,
like-
and I actually talked to the developer about this, and he was like, "Yeah, we kind of felt like being dicks." But
Did they say that?
Yeah, he said that
Yeah.
to me. He's like, "Yeah, I'm a dick."
But that doesn't, like-
He said the word dick.
Yes, the word dick. D-I-C-K. Yep, that's it. And so you're
getting out
running
of
really
control.
fast. You're running and you're jumping and things happen. All of a sudden, there's a laser that when you touch, you die, and it comes out of nowhere.
Well, because they have this, like, so the main mechanic of the game is as you're jumping, you can hit the jump button again to spawn blocks that you can jump, like, you can land on to avoid crystals and stuff, and you can still keep your momentum moving really well using that mechanic.
Yes.
But then they have another mechanic where you spawn these blocks and move them around to block obstacles. So you're instantly going from, like, these really fast Super Meat Boy sections to these really slow, let me stop and reposition this slow-moving block to cover this laser so that I don't die. Like it.
Yeah, so it literally
And
will
then-
go fast paced, slow paced, fast
But
paced, slow paced.
that wouldn't be as big a deal if the checkpoints weren't so far away from each other.
Yeah.
So like the second you hit one of these lasers and die instantly, you have to go all the way back and run across a huge section of level that has nothing going on.
Yeah,
Just to get back to
obstacles
where
have
you
to
die.
dodge, yeah.
No, but like not even. There were
Well,
there
no,
were
there's-
sections that were just like
Yeah.
you're running in a straight line for a really long time for no reason.
Yeah.
And then you get back to the section where you have to like stop and move everything.
Potential.
So
We need to
like
see more.
it's one of those games that like it looks like they want to build this momentum, but then they immediately kill it after
With bad
after it
checkpointing.
gets there.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Another good game that I played, Fortified.
yes, that's the next one I wanted to
That was
bring up.
Brad didn't touch that.
We're actually going to go back and play a little bit of that tomorrow. I
Nice.
think. In fact, we were talking to the developers, and they said to come back and play.
They'd give us a
Yeah.
harder level.
Yeah,
Essentially,
so-
it's a tower defense game, but third-person tower defense.
Third-person shooter meets tower defense.
But it's in like the 1950s, and it has like that kind of 1950s future of what they thought like aliens and invasions.
It's like really pulpy, like
Yeah.
like Rocketeer.
Yeah,
kind
there's
of stuff,
those like
War of the
you know
Worlds.
those discs alien ships with a glow like a dome on top flying in, and the big fucking robots with the dome heads with like
Like big claw
electricity
hands.
inside them. Yeah, it's kind of like that.
It reminds me of XCOM, just a little campier.
Yeah, like
Like- well,
War
like
of the
way
Worlds.
campier.
Maybe a lot
War of the
campier.
Worlds. There's even like a ball that rolls in and it pops up and feet come out of it and it starts shooting lasers and stuff.
It looks just like that robot from The Incredibles.
Exactly. That's exactly what it looks like. But you set up your tower. There's waves. You set up defenses. You fight them off. The cool thing is there's gonna be 4 classes. One of them, which I really liked, is inspired by The Rocketeer, the movie from
Oh, yeah.
the 90s. Which I fucking love that movie, and so it literally has that same style jetpack, and you can fly around and shoot rockets.
What's the perspective of this game?
Third
Third
person.
person. The
It's kind of
only-
like trenched.
Very much like Trenched, in the sense you're third person, you're setting up defenses, and then waves come in and you.
We had a nice long chat with the developers though about balancing and just they were asking us for feedback and whatnot. We were talking about balance, like You know,
That was
especially
kinda-
in regards to the Rocketeer class.
Yes, and the
because-
good thing about this developer is the fact that they
Yeah.
cared so much. They
It was
approached
refreshing.
us and were asking us, what can we do to make this game better? What did you like? What did you didn't like? And that's one of the things that's one of my biggest disappointments with this PAX being so small and so indie is a lot of these developers are new developers, and they kind of they're not very good at answering questions or talking to you about
Or
their
explaining
game.
their game.
Like I don't mean to sound down, but I expected this convention to be mostly indie, but I didn't expect it to be a bunch of indie games we've never heard of before.
Yeah. Well,
Like there's a lot of known indie games that are coming out that people are excited about.
Lovers in a Dangerous Space
or
Time.
like Ori and the Blind Forest or Below and shit like that. But are they too good for
No,
PAX
I mean-
South because they all have Sony and Microsoft
It really,
publishing their
I mean, it
games?
really is just a matter of PAX takes a few years to get moving.
get going.
But those are indie games.
I mean, think back to PAX East. The first year PAX East was started, it was
Where's
in the
Chasm?
first year of PAX
not
East
here.
was held in a mall.
Yeah.
In a mall.
Yes.
In a mall.
No,
so
it was
like,
like the Prudential Center, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on real quick. Another game I played that I really enjoyed, Rebel Galaxy. Crispy and I played this with Chris Davis towards the end of the day.
it was all right.
The best way to describe it is the ship combat from Black Flag in space.
but there's no water. I don't understand.
No. Yeah,
there is.
that's why it's kind of weird too, because you're in space, but you're still on this flat plane.
It's a 2D think of it as a 2D plane, but everything's 3D. So you can only move along the X or the Z axis, I guess, if you think of a three-dimensional
yeah.
or
Well,
X and Y, whatever.
Z
You're whatever. You're on a
Z
single
and
plane. Thank you. And so ship combat, you fight large ships and small ships. The smaller ships are like more maneuverable and over and under you to kind of try and dodge your fire.
Yeah.
You can't do that. But the cool thing about this game is you can almost do anything you want. You can be a pirate, you can attack ships, you can be a merchant, you can buy product, bring it somewhere else and sell it. There's like stock. There's there's like goods in this game, like an ore and whatever, whiskey. Whatever you want.
Whiskey?
Yes. You can affect the price.
space?
Yes, whiskey in space. So say
People never stop
say you
drinking.
go and you mine a bunch of this ore and you just hoard a bunch of it. Well, then the price is going to go up because people want it.
'Cause nobody has it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you can like gouge prices and stuff. You can.
Isn't that what we were talking about was going to be happening in?
No, this is what happens in
No Man's
most
Sky?
space games.
Yeah, most
now.
space
okay.
games have
Yeah,
this.
this
Like,
is-
so say there's a planet that you do something
Freelancer.
with crops. They're in a famine, so people come in to bring them food. Well, you attack that ship, steal the food, and then sell it at a higher price back to the people who are
Space
starving.
games are all about like economy and commodities nowadays.
Yeah.
Like,
Uh,
but
it's-
it's cool though. Like, I mean, it was really fun. I mean, they're talking about it being a $20 download game, and for
So-
that, there's a lot going on.
This is from the guys that did Trine and Trine 2.
Oh, really?
Yes. And
Suddenly, Brad's interested.
yeah, now Brad's interested. So we were talking to the developer, and we were like, "What's the price point?" And he's like, "Well, Trine and Trine 2 were $20, so I'll make this one $22." Like, but it seems like it's a much bigger game than $20, but it definitely seems worth
There's
it.
a lot
I
of
think,
really
as
cool
we,
stuff
as, think,
around.
I think as we approach the end of this podcast, Brad's forgotten he has a camera on his head.
Probably.
I
Yeah.
asked him if there would be space shanties, and he said sadly no.
And I said that's because,
Dude, space
in space, no one can hear you sing.
That's in the ship.
I did say that. You were standing there.
All right, well,
Moving on.
I think we need to wrap it up. We're coming to
Wait,
the
no,
end of our time.
let's take questions.
We have time for
Questions
two
from the
questions.
community?
Do we
'Cause
have
we-
any questions from the community? That's the question.
Oh, we have a question.
Yes, sir, right there.
Brad Simons, what is your favorite space shanty?
Space
He wants to
Shan-
know what my favorite space shanty is.
This is a real test of how quick Brad
Off
is on
the
his
cuff.
feet.
The drunken spaceship driver? Drunken.
Okay.
What would you
Drunken
do?
pilot.
What would you do with the drunken pilot? Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. That's my favorite space shanty.
Wow, I did.
Well, actually, probably just the Firefly theme.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
So that's
What were they singing in Alien?
They,
What?
Wasn't there a scene where they're all sitting around singing and
An
getting
alien?
drunk?
Like
Yeah.
isolation?
Before the guy's chest explodes?
No.
in the
movie.
movie.
Yes,
Oh,
the
beats the hell out.
alien.
Oh, we were talking about video games. I wasn't thinking film.
okay.
All right. Any more questions?
But
There's so many people here. I don't think the hundreds of people have any questions they want to ask us.
We covered it so thoroughly.
high fall.
Oh, hive jump.
Hive jump.
Hive jump.
Hype jump.
Hive.
No, it is Hive Jump.
This went from high fall to hive jump.
So, Hive Jump.
High fall.
4-player couch co-op. Your Space Marines. It's kind of a Legend of Gauntlet kind of esque. You go through a section, you kill a bunch of guys, you collect a bunch of gold. Essentially, they call it goo, but it looks like gold pieces.
My goo.
At the end of the level, you spin
Where's
the
the
gold to upgrade your stuff. You go to another level, and that's pretty much it.
That's
It's a pretty cool. It's a pretty cool game. The best concept about this game is there's no lives. There are no lives in this game. The way lives work is one person's carrying a backpack. As soon as that person dies, the backpack falls on the ground. The longer the backpack's on the ground, the less health it has, and the lower the health, the more aliens will spawn. And as soon as the backpack dies, then no one respawns. But as long as the backpack is in play, it will respawn people. So that's
Question.
a cool concept.
Did you guys play Enter the Gungeon?
No, I saw that, but isn't that just a knockoff of Nuclear Throne?
No, it's fucking amazing.
Enter the dungeon.
Enter the Gungeon.
Oh,
Gungeon.
dungeon.
It does look really good.
It's like a dungeon crawler, but you have guns.
Okay,
It
so what
looks
is
like a Nuclear Throne knockoff.
what is with? There's so many games where there's just like, let's take a concept and add guns to it. There's a volleyball game.
Gun volley.
There's
gun
Makes
vault-
Chris Davis happy.
Gun vault or something like that.
There's a game you play. It's volleyball with guns.
Yeah,
you
but-
literally shoot the ball back and forth.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't
It's
talk
not
about.
that good though.
We didn't
It's
talk
not that
about
good.
super touchdown,
Ah,
super slam dunk touchdown.
Super slam
We have another
dunk
question.
touchdown.
Another question.
There's this game Star Mazer by an artist that I really like. I think it's the guy that did Trucker's Delight.
Is that artist you?
Star Mazer.
Star Mazer.
And it's like a point and click spaceship shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys should check this out. It's like
Oh yeah, it's like a point and click adventure game and then space shoot 'em up sequences. Shoot 'em up.
You can't play it on the floor. They have a trailer of it.
Yeah.
And they're on, I think, Kickstarter.
Yeah, I watched I saw the trailer. They had another game called Sports Ball on the Wii U. It's already out. It's kind of like Joust.
Yeah.
Like the
Hey,
old
Joust was fun.
All right, Nick wants to wrap up.
Sorry, they're gonna kick us out here in about 5 minutes, so we actually do have to shut it off. But we thank you everybody for coming out. Thank you for people watching at home in chat. We still have one more day of PAX. Tomorrow's Sunday.
Woo!
So we'll play Star Mazer.
Oh, you
And-
can't play it. It's just a video.
Check it out.
Shit.
It looks like
Enter the gun.
Enter the gun.
Enter the Gungeon.
Enter the
You
Gungeon.
know what we will
Enter the
explain?
Gungeon?
It's right next to Titan Souls.
Yes, Gungan.
Yeah.
Enter the Gungan.
That
That
was
is
the
exactly
original.
what it is.
That was the
Nick.
original title of episode 1.
Yes. But tomorrow's Sunday Fun Day because we played almost all the games that are here. We're gonna play board games.
Board
That's gonna
games!
be the
Board
big thing
games!
tomorrow.
We'll play some board games.
Analog
So,
gaming day.
We'll try to record some
Magic
of
the
it.
Gathering Day.
No.
So
we'll see
$15
what
for
happens.
1,000 cards.
if anybody out there in this vast room of people, this sea of people, is going to be here and wants to play some board games and stuff, come find us.
Board games. Or like
Table,
No,
sorry.
excuse me.
Table.
They're not
top
board games. They're exciting games.
I'll be ejected from that area for calling them board games.
Just gonna
Anyways,
get a lot of nasty looks.
thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I think we have to get going. So
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
I love you.